Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our English class. This is Ilyas Al-Hariri. Today we have Unit 5, A Day in Istanbul. Today also we continue with the same unit, and here today we have Unit 5, Period number 3, page 54. So at the beginning, everybody, here today we have grammar, and also we have countable and uncountable nouns. When we say countable nouns, our nouns can be count, and we can add s to the noun to be plural. For example, if I say one book, I can change it to plural by saying 3 books. So I have to put s to make it plural. So this means that book is countable because it takes s to make it plural, and I can count how many books I have. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. Also, for example, we have examples of countable nouns like chair. I can change it to plural: chairs, tables, bags, cars, oranges, tomatoes, potatoes, kebabs, olives. All these are examples of countable. But when we come to uncountable nouns are some nouns cannot be count. In this case, we cannot put a s to the word, to the noun, to make it or to be plural. For example, if I say water is countable noun, I cannot change it to plural by saying waters, so it become water alone. I cannot put s in the plural. For example, we have a lot of words. For example, rice, coffee, olive oil, tomato juice, sugar, salt, money, sand, milk, air, whatever. So all these are examples of uncountable nouns. And be careful, the uncountable noun don't take s in the plural. So it is singular and plural have the same shape. Now, number 1, let's come to countable nouns. And countable nouns can be used with, number 1, singular. For example, I can say a book is. So a book, just one, take the singular form of verb is. Number 2, I can say the plural. The books are. So here box is more than one, so in this case I put it with the plural form of the verb. So I can say countable nouns can be used with is singular and can be used with are plural. Number 3, I can put the countable nouns with a, an, or the. I can say a book, I can say an orange, I can say a car, or I can say the cars. So with the countable noun, I can use a, I can use an, and I can use also the. Number 4, we use many with countable nouns, or we can say how many. And be careful, everybody, when say money, I can use it with a question, and I can use it with negative sentence, and also I can use it with a sentence, not important negative sentence. But in our book they have mentioned a question, and they have mentioned negative question. For example, how many apples do you want? Here we have a question, how many apples do you want? And the negative sentence, we don't have many apples. Now when we come to number 5, we use countable nouns with a few and a few. And for example, we have few apples. A few, it means something, as we talked in the last lesson. Few, it means some amount of something. Number 6, we use some and with countable nouns, but we use it with plural countable nouns only. For example, we have some kebabs. Number 7, we use countable noun with any, and any we use it only with a question. Is there any orange? Or we can say it with negative sentence. I don't have any box. So number 7, we can find any and we can find many, and these two we use them with a question and we use them with negative sentence. So with the countable nouns we have number 1 singular, we can put is to make it singular. Number 2 we have plural, we can put the plural form of the verb are. Number 3 we can use with the countable noun a and the. Number 4 we can use many or how many. Number 5 we can use few, a few. Number 6 we can use some, and number 7 we can use many. Now when we come to the uncountable nouns, they are the same in some places or some cases with the countable noun, but here we have, look, when you look at the uncountable nouns can be used with number 1 singular only. I can say water is, but I cannot say waters are. So water is, this is singular, we cannot change it to plural. Number 1. Number 2, I can only use with uncountable noun the. For example, the water, the water. Singular, plural, the same. But I cannot put a or an with the uncountable. Number 3, we use much with the uncountable and how much. For example, we use much with a question and we use much with negative sentence. How much sugar do you want? This is a question, and with the negative I can say we don't have much sugar. Number 4, we use little, a little. We have a little, we have little sugar. Little, it means some amount of something. It's the same meaning with a few, but a few we use it with countable, while the a little or little we use it with uncountable. And be careful with some. Some we can use it with uncountable and with countable, the same. So we can say we have some sugar. And be careful about some, only we use some with a positive sentence. We don't use it with negative sentence. If you want to say a sentence with negative, you have to say any. Number 6, we use any. Any we use it with the question and negative sentence. Is there any orange juice? I don't have any salt, or I don't have any orange juice. Okay, now let's come to the next slide, page 54. On page 54 we have, read at the examples. Number 1, let's order a lot of cakes and lots of ice cream. And when you look at this exercise, this sentence, a lot of cakes, cakes is countable, so they bought a lot of. And when we come to ice cream, which is sometimes uncountable, they bought lots of ice cream. Number 2, how many customers are there? Customers are countable and they bought how many as a question. Number 3, there are not many customers. Okay, also they use many with negative sentence. Number 4, there are only a few customers. So a few we use it with countable, and we can say there are only a few customers. Number 5, how much money do you want? Here we use how much as a question and with money, and money always is uncountable. Number 6, I do not have much money. Here we use much with negative sentence. Number 7, I only have a little money. Little, here a little we use it with uncountable noun with money, and here we see it with that I don't have a lot, so I can say I only have a little money. Now look at the examples again. Complete the sentence with countable or uncountable. Number one, we use a lot of and lots of in positive sentence with both countable or uncountable, actually with both countable and uncountable nouns. Number two, we use not, many in questions and negative sentence with many. We use many with countable or uncountable with countable nouns. Number three, instead of not many, we can say only a few with what? Countable or uncountable. So few, we use it with countable or uncountable. Yes, we use it with countable nouns. Number four, we use not much in questions and negative statements with countable or uncountable. Much with uncountable nouns. The last, number five, instead of not much, we can say only a little with countable or uncountable, of course with uncountable nouns. Now let's come to the next slide, our next exercise. Welcome bears, ask and answer question. Look here, Hadil, she drinks orange juice, for example, and she say a lot. And here we have Rami, his glass has a lot, has a little, and say Rami not much, only a little. We need to change this or use these with a question. Number one, student A, student B, and use the words given here. Number one, apple juice, Hadil and Rami have, and be careful about have. So we can say the question, we need to ask a question and answer the question. How much? Why how much? Because we have apple juice, and apple juice is uncountable. So if we want to ask, we say how much. How much apple juice do Hadil and Rami have? And the answer is Hadil has a lot, but Rami doesn't have much. He only has a little. Okay, now we have number two. We have cakes, Nidal and Hadil want. We need to, this is the question, and the answer, Nidal a lot, Hadil not many, only a few. We need to ask and answer the same questions, the same answer, but in different way about number two. Did you think about it? Did you guess? Okay, so number one, how much or how many with cakes? Yes, how many? How many cakes do Nidal and Hadil want? Of course, yes. This is how many cakes do Nidal and Hadil want? And the answer, student B, Nidal wants a lot, but Hadil doesn't want many. She wants only a few. Okay. Number three. Did you guess about number three? Money. And be careful, money is countable or uncountable. It is uncountable. So we can say how much. How much do Hadil and Rami have? Hadil have a lot. Hadil has a lot, but Rami doesn't have much. He only has a little. Let's see how much money do Hadil and Rami have. Hadil has a lot, but Rami doesn't have much. He has only a few. Or we can say, he only has a few. Number 4, sandwiches Nidal and Rami want. This is the question. So we can say, so with sandwiches, how many? We can say, how many do Nidal and Rami want? Or we can say, how many sandwiches do Nidal and Rami want? And the answer, Nidal wants a lot, but Rami doesn't want many. He is only, yeah. How many sandwiches do Nidal and Rami want? Student B, Nidal again. Okay, go. Nidal has a lot, but Rami doesn't have many. He has only a few. To this point, everybody, we reached to the end of our lesson. Please, thank you for attending and have a nice day. So see you later.